Cutters TV. Proudly brought to you by Cash Converters and Tropical Exposure.
Welcome everybody to BB Print Stadium for this round 3 game of the Intrust Super Cup between the QCCS Mackay Cutters and the CQ Capras. I'm Scott McSherry, this is Pat Daly with me. Pat, another great night here at BB Print.
Mate, very excited to be back. They've got us back for a second go at it, so we'll see how we go tonight.
Good game this one, mate. I think both teams circle this one on the draw when it comes out, the local derby. How do you see this one going?
Mate, I love it. I love Mackay versus Rocky, so everyone's excited. I'm excited to see Ross Bella again. He was sensational last week, but also the inclusion of Lloyd White. He's a Super League player, 180 games. So I really want to see him, guide the team around the park.
Yeah, it will be exciting. This is always a tough encounter. It doesn't matter whether teams are sitting on the ladder. When the CQ Capras play the Cutters, it's game on. You're right about Lord Wright. He is what the Cutters are looking for is some consistency in the halves, and one bloke has been instrumental in getting Lloyd out here to Mackay to play is a coach, Pup Shepherd, and we're lucky enough to have Pup to come up the box with us tonight. Pup, welcome. Come in, mate.
Gentlemen, Pat, Scotty.
So, Pup, big game here tonight. We haven't had a win yet. How do you see this one going?
Yeah, looking forward to try and get our season off to a winnable start this round. So, we've got some new inclusions. Lloyd White's there, which is it's great. Like Pat said, he's played 185 Super League games. He's got plenty of experience. He's got a good head on his shoulders. So we look forward to see what he brings us tonight.
Yep. Now, last week's effort, it was a very close game. What are your thoughts at the end of it, mate?
Yeah, one that got away, really. I thought we did enough probably to win that game. Unfortunately it wasn't, but we've seen some progression in our footy from our trials to round 1 to round 2, and hopefully we can improve tonight and get a win.
That's right. Even that game against East, mate, you weren't far off the mark either, so we're getting pretty close. So besides Lloyd, who we're very excited to see, who else is key for you tonight, mate?
Oh, I think our core players are very important to how we play. They're gonna. The better they go, the more time it gives our halves. So look for Emery Perry and Rossi Bala and Jordan Kenworthy to lay a really good platform early, and Jaden Hodges to play off the back of that.
Yeah, excellent. With the Capras, no Dave Taylor tonight. I know he is a massive presence on the footy field, regardless of his fitness or anything like that. It's very hard to contend with. They don't have him. Who is the danger man for the Capras tonight, mate?
Yeah, they've got a really good side. I think Fui's doing a really good job with them. They've got quality right across the back. They've got some big right across the park. They've got some big outside backs, big back rowers. I think James Hill, their front rower, he's not real big, but he's got a really good offload, and we need to contain that tonight and stop that second phase. Yeah,
excellent. Well, I hope that we have the win that you're looking for up here at BB Print. Obviously, we've got a fantastic crowd in tonight. And, these games against the Capras, like I said, doesn't matter where we are on the table, you want to get that win, don't you?
Yeah, certainly. We've got a really good crowd and we want to make sure that we put a good performance for them. And, I know we've got viewers overseas in the UK from Wales and England looking on, and, up north as well. So hopefully we can put on a good performance.
Excellent, Pat. Well, all the best, mate. I wish you all the very best for this evening and obviously for the season ahead. And hopefully you can pop it to the box maybe 1 or 2 more times as we go.
Mate, anytime. Just don't throw any crap at me this week, Paddy, or
see how we go.
Thanks, Pup.
Cheers, mate.
Great to have you here. So some insights there from the coach. Definitely the Cutters are keen for a win. They probably don't deserve to be winless at this point of the season, but the points are on the board, and therefore they need to make everyone count from this point in. So here we go. Pat, what are your final thoughts on how do you see this one progressing?
Mate, I just want to go back to Lloyd White. I spoke to Shep during the week. He says he's silky, he's elegant with the ball. I think he's going to dig into the line tonight for us and he's going to get us over. So excited to see him play.
It also takes a bit of pressure off the skipper.
Yep, for sure. He needs to take some pressure off Cooper, let him do what he needs to do, and we'll see how the big fellas go as well.
So where do you see our points coming from?
Mate, we need to go out wide again. Like Ross was sensational last week. I know we've spoken about him, but he's a great young player and he needs to lay the platform, and then we'll go out wide and score some tries out there.
We're looking for a great night here. We have Cutters TV, brought to you by Cash Converters. This is the Dally Bay Coal Terminal sponsoring our game here this evening, and we've got a wonderful crowd in here at BB Print, and we look forward to bringing you all the action here. So we look forward to catching up with you after this break.
Join the QCCS Mackay Cutters family with a 2019 membership package. Don't miss the action. Cheer on the Cutters at home. There is a membership package for everyone. Member rewards, merchandise packs, exclusive discounts, and dual Cowboys memberships. Whatever your budget, whatever your schedule, be there to witness the magic. Let this be the season you join the Cutters family. Join today. MackayCutters.com.au/membership. Mackay Cutters, proud supporters of Change the Game. Tackle mental health head on.
QCCS, a proud local company delivering concrete and civil solutions across Queensland. At QCCS, we simply do whatever it takes, safely and efficiently. QCCS, supporting your local community and the Mackay Cutters. Cash Converters Mackay. Whether it's an unexpected dental bill, tyres for your car, or a last-minute invitation to an overseas wedding, our cash loans and personal loans can help. We understand that things can get a little confusing when it comes to short-term loans. That's why at Cashies Mackay, we've made the process as simple as possible. Plus, need a new car or motorbike? Apply now and get pre-approved finance before you start shopping. Get sorted at Cashies. Cash Converters Mackay, 36 Sydney Street. This live stream proudly produced by Tropical Exposure Advertising and Multimedia, your corporate communications, mining and industrial multimedia specialists. Proud sponsors of the QCCS Mackay Cutters. If you want the best, talk to Tropex.
Mates don't let mates bite off more than they can chew. That's why we take a responsible approach to lending, making sure that our customers receive sensible guidance every time. For genuine advice every time, let Queensland Country Credit Union lend a hand.
Dalrymple Bay Coal Terminal, Queensland's premier coal export facility. Proud to be part of the Mackay community and provide support to many community groups and local events. DBCT, proudly supporting our schools, local sporting clubs and community events. Dalrymple Bay Coal Terminal, part of our community. Go to dbct.com.au. Get it right on site with M&P Services. Call now for the ultimate range of transportable buildings and shipping containers for sales and hire. Locally owned and operated, we've been industry leaders in transport and logistics services for over 30 years. Plus, check out our range of specialised shipping containers and our revolutionary mobile crib rooms. M&P Services, proud supporters of the Mackay Cutters and Change the Game program. Get it right on site with M&P Services.
Welcome back to the Cash Converters Cutters TV. We are live here from BB Prince Stadium in this round 3 match between the QCCS Mackay Cutters and the CQ Capras. Paddy, we've had a couple of games so far this afternoon with the Melbourne Inga under-18s and the Hastings Deerings Colts. How'd we go?
Mate, a couple of big wins to the Cutters today. Tom Haggie's very happy with his boys in the under-18s, and I spoke to Camo and he's very happy as well. Yeah,
a couple of big wins. Really tough games there. The scoreline probably doesn't represent how close they were, but once again, always close between the Cutters and the Capras. We're going to quickly go through the team list for you tonight as they currently stand, so hopefully we won't have any more changes. Pat, you want to take us through the Mackay side?
Okay, mate, the Cutters tonight, Paulie Burns is back at fullback. We got Yamba Bowie and Marcus Jensen on the wings, Dan Russell and Blake Atherton in the centres. Got Cooper Bambling with his new halves pairing tonight, and Lloyd White. Emery Parra and Ross Bella up front. I think they're going to be great. Jaden Hodges at hooker. Shane Wright and Callan Jenner second row. Jordan Kenworthy at lock. And on the bench tonight we got Ruben Cotter, Alex Gerard, Brendan Treston and Dave Munro.
No, it's actually Logan Bayless-Brow. Last minute change there again. But
okay, sorry about that.
No, that's fine. So Logan, who we actually didn't call last week, was actually playing. We had a last-minute change there. Logan is actually contracted to the Cowboys and is back here playing with us, but he's a young bloke who played 20s as well. So Logan Bayless-Brow is going to make up the bench. Capra's side, Matthew Wright is at fullback. Kainoa Gudgeon and Luke George are on the wings. We have Bessie Afaga-Tamaga and Nathan Bassani in the centres. We have May Pally Morso and Jack Madden in the halves. Then up front, Ryan Jeffrey, Aaron Troy, Jamie Hill are going to be up in the engine room. We have Chalisa Towie, Aaron Penny, and Billy Gilbert, who you're talking about earlier. He's going to lock the scrum there, and he's been going pretty well, Pat, hasn't he, Billy?
Yeah, mate. He's topping the stats in the line breaks, tackle breaks, everything. So he's going to be huge for the Capras tonight, I think.
He will be. On the bench, they have George Grant, Jack Lote, Sione Kiso, and Riley Reid is going to make his debut for the Intra Super Cup CQ Capras this evening. So we've got some new faces out there. A bit disappointed not going to see Big Dave Taylor out there, Pat.
Yeah, would have loved to see him play tonight. He's a crowd favourite for Rocky, and I'm sure the Cutters would have liked to play against him tonight as well.
Yeah, probably makes the job there of the outside backs when he's coming up are going to be a little bit easier than having Big Dave to contend with.
Can you imagine him running at you?
I don't even want to think about it, to be honest, Pat, but that's the way it goes. We're just about getting ready for the national anthem here at BB Print, and I'm proud to say the Ausland Club from Mercy College, they have a signing choir, and they're out there this evening, and they're going to be signing the national anthem. I know we have a few kids out there that are really getting into that. So national anthem's about to start. We're going to head off to an ad break very shortly, and straight after that, we're going to be back with kickoff here at the BB Print Stadium for what promises to be a fantastic encounter in round 3 of the Intrust Super Cup. We're glad to have you here with us. We're going to bring you all the action. We'll be right back after this.
Join the QCCS Mackay Cutters family with a 2019 membership package. Don't miss the action. Cheer on the Cutters at home. There is a membership package for everyone. Member awards, merchandise packs, exclusive discounts and dual Cowboys memberships. Whatever your budget, whatever your schedule, be there to witness the magic. Let this be the season you join the Cutters family. Join today. MackayCutters.com.au/membership. Mackay Cutters, proud supporters of Change the Game. Tackle mental health head on.
QCCS, a proud local company delivering concrete and civil solutions across Queensland. At QCCS, we simply do whatever it takes, safely and efficiently. QCCS, supporting your local community and the Mackay Cutters. Cash Converters Mackay. Whether it's an unexpected dental bill, tyres for your car, or a last-minute invitation to an overseas wedding, our cash loans and personal loans can help. We understand that things can get a little confusing when it comes to short-term loans. That's why at Cashies Mackay, we've made the process as simple as possible. Plus, need a new car or motorbike? Apply now and get pre-approved finance before you start shopping. Get sorted at Cashies. Cash Converters Mackay, 36 Sydney Street. This live stream proudly produced by Tropical Exposure Advertising and Multimedia, your corporate communications, mining and industrial multimedia specialists. Proud sponsors of the QCCS Mackay Cutters. If you want the best, talk to Tropex.
Mates don't let mates bite off more than they can chew. That's why we take a responsible approach to lending, making sure that our customers receive sensible guidance every time. For genuine advice every time, let Queensland Country Credit Union lend a hand.
Dalrymple Bay Coal Terminal, Queensland's premier coal export facility. Proud to be part of the Mackay community and provide support to many community groups and local events. DBCT, proudly supporting our schools, local sporting clubs and community events. Dalrymple Bay Coal Terminal, part of our community. Go to dbct.com.au. Get it right on site with M&P Services. Call now for the ultimate range of transportable buildings and shipping containers for sales and hire. Locally owned and operated, we've been industry leaders in transport and logistics services for over 30 years. Plus, check out our range of specialised shipping containers and our revolutionary mobile crib rooms. M&P Services, proud supporters of the Mackay Cutters and Change the Game program. Get it right on site with M&P Services.
Back here to BB Print Stadium for this round 3 clash of the Intrust Super Cup between the QCCS Mackay Cutters and the CQ Capras. We are coming to you live on the Mackay Cash Converters Cutters TV. With me is Pat Daly. Expert comments coming from Pat, a very well-known local rugby league identity. Pat, how have the boys been going so far this year? How have the Capras been going?
Mate, Capras are going all right. They shocked South Logan in round 1 and got beaten convincingly by Wynnum Manly in round 2, 36-16. So Cutters only one of 4 teams without a win this season. So we're going to be looking to bounce back and get a win on the board.
Yeah, definitely looking for a win here, Paddy. Listen, the main thing is that the Cutters have been competitive. You can't really judge on what they've done so by where they are on the ladder, but definitely getting to the stage where we need a couple of points.
Yeah, for sure, Mackay. We've been competitive every week, but the problem is we don't get points for coming second, so we need the win today and get those points.
That's right. Well, out come the Cutters. Here, the Capras are on the field. The Cutters are coming out. And we've got a great crowd in here at BB Print. Always hard to tell on the live stream exactly how many people are in. But like I said last week, when you've got a few smatterings of people over on the hill, and it's more than a smattering this evening, I can tell you this grandstand is packed. We've got a couple of thousand in here. It's a beautiful night here in Mackay. We've got a good track, and we're looking forward to a great game of footy.
Yeah, mate, they've done a good job with the field. They've got it back. It's going to be a fast track tonight. Great night, great weather. Let's hope the Cutters can get a nice win. That's right.
We've been saying these local derbies always carry a lot of feeling. It doesn't matter about points on the ladder. It's about a Mackay versus Rocky thing. We've got each other's back in the tough times when it comes to a game of footy. We just want to flog each other, don't we?
That's it. The 18s and 20s definitely show that today. They were very aggressive games, and it was very pleasurable to watch.
And here we go with kick-off. And we're underway here. BB Print Cutters running right to left on your screen towards the Bridge Road end. And the Capras are receiving. They're returning that one to the centre of the field.
Now 8-13. Here Mackay. Hold.
Emery Pare with some early defence there. He was great last week, Mackay.
He certainly was. He's a big addition for us coming back to us from the Cowboys. And definitely bolstering our pack. So as long as the Cowboys are holding their form up and they're not having too many injuries, we should see a lot of Emery. So we have a solid run there from the Capras as they roll the ball up field. Both teams looking for early touches and a good completion. Capras there with an early kick. They're going downtown on that one. Well taken there by Paulie Burns at the back, and he's going to return that for the Cutters' first crack with the football.
Now 9. Hold. Go 1.
The 3 there, and Russell getting in the dummy half. The back 3 coming in for some work there, getting the Cutters back on the front forward while their forwards come back into the offensive line. Yamba Bowie, solid run.
Picked up a little injury there, I think, Yamba did, Mackay.
Bit slow to his feet. And holding down there, Blake Atherton took the hit up, holding down there a little bit too long, the Capras, and the Cutters are going to get the first penalty of the game.
Yeah, some good quick play the balls there by the Cutters, which forced the Capras to hold them down, and they forced the penalty.
On the mark for me. Stay on.
And with that, the kick for touch finds that. And the Cutters are going to get first crack at the line here.
3.
About 35 out from the Capras line.
Hold here. Hold. Go.
Russell takes a hit up.
Hold. Straight away, Capras.
Bambling into dummy half.
Hold. Go 1. This is it. Okay, just hold your right side, mate.
Out there to Shane Wright. Gets his first touch. Solid last week, Shane Wright was.
In the middle, 9. Hold here. Go 2.
Hodges in the dummy half. Out there to Perry. Hard to contain. Cutters really on the attack here. They're looking for early points. Hodges jumps in dummy half and goes. Oh, I don't know. Referee could have played a slight advantage there, but Cutters will get the penalty.
I think if you let that one go, Mackay, it looked like Hodges was going to sneak over at 9.
Yeah, it's just one of those ones that go either way.
Another step though.
Emery Perez, another solid hit up, working back to the post. Hodges has Kenworthy out to the left. Finds Bambling out to right. The Proserpine boy running hard towards the post. Cutters have numbers out to the left. Are they going to go that way?
Hold. Go 2. That's all right.
Back to Hodges, who's over. Jaden Hodges has scored under the sticks. The Cutters have the result they're looking for early in the piece. They are going to go up 4 points to 0 with a kick to come, which should be pretty early. Paddy, great start.
Mate, great little wraparound there from Kenworthy. The under-18s coach, Tom Haggy, will be happy with that. He loves a good wraparound.
There's nothing like that old-fashioned wraparound, Paddy, so that was a great try there. On the back of an early penalty, admittedly, but a little bit of a lack of discipline there from the Capras, holding down too long in the ruck on 2 occasions, and the Cutters are capitalising. So a terrific start there.
Yeah, just great quick play the balls from the Cutters. They caught the Capras off guard there. They just rolled down the field, and like you said, just too much pressure and got the points.
You cannot underestimate the influence that Jaden Hodges has on this Cutters side. I know we've been banging on about the engine room and the big props they have, but Jaden Hodges, so much experience and so much talent, Pat.
Yeah, well, he got players player last week and well justified. He gets through a lot of work. He carts the boys around. He digs into the line. It's good to see.
So Jaden's come back from 2 ACL injuries that he's had early in his career, but I'd say that back of his mind is that he'd like to give the NRL one more crack.
Oh, without a doubt, and he's that calibre of player, as you can see when we watch here. He's a step above everyone.
Extras added there by the number 5, Marcus Jensen. The Cutters are 6 points to 0 after about 6 minutes of play here at BB Print.
Stay on.
Capras won't be happy with that early try there, so they'll be coming out pretty aggressive from the kickoff. They go high and deep. Emery Pereg rucks the ball forward.
Hold! Let go! Release him! No, he's fobbed down. Hold here. Go 1. 6 to your right. 6, offside!
Hodges. Solid run there.
Kenworthy, very aggressive player, Macca.
Very good. Here's Ross Bella's first touch. Good yards from Bella. Nice quick play of the ball. That's what the Cutters forwards will be looking for. Hodges there. That was Lloyd White's first touch of the ball. Finds his outside man.
Here and hold. Don't just hold onto his arm and look at me.
Another penalty there. Once again, it's for holding in the ruck. This is just a little bit of ill discipline here from the Capras early, and it's just giving the Cutters easy field position. So just a few little issues there. The referee is quite clear what he's expecting in the ruck, and the Capras are yet to comply.
Yeah, and the Cutters are putting a lot of pressure on. They're pushing the ball around. They're getting up quick. They're trying to play the ball. So they're setting the tempo early in this game, Macca.
Now, Jack, here's the line. Hold! Hold! 9. Now you're right. It's 1.
You go to Callan Jenner. Solid run back to the sticks. Hodges pops in a dummy half. What's he got up his sleeve this time? Kenworthy wants the football, but finds Ross Bella there. Hard of the line, Bella. At the left upright. Not quite there. Centimetres short. Hodges in a dummy half. Finds Bambling. Steps, props, puts a kick through. Too deep for Russell, who was chasing. It'll be a 7-tackle restart to the CQ Capras.
I think Bambling had the right idea there, Macca. The execution just wasn't there. He tried to dribble one in, but it was just a little bit too deep.
It's gone down.
So the Capras off the hook. They're going to ruck the ball out. 6 tackles from this point in.
Cutters really controlling the ruck here, Macca. Capras are slow to get up.
Go 1.
You can't forget the Cutters got off to a fantastic start last week too, Paddy, didn't they? But that it didn't count for much in the end.
Yeah, that last 10 minutes in the first half really hurt them, so they'll be looking to capitalise on that today. Good run there.
Go 3.
Solid run there for Penne. Out to the big number 10 there, Jamie Hill. Yeah, Pup did mention Jamie Hill. He says he's going to be a handful.
Hold here, 6. Hold.
To Roy into dummy half.
Push out to the edge. Oh,
solid shot there. The pass was a hard one. Floated a little bit forward. Gave his outside man very little chance of taking that. So the solid hit from the Cutters is going to jolt the ball loose, and the Cutters will have the loose head and feed. 35 metres out from their own line.
Let's go. Bring it.
Capra is still settling into the game here. A couple of early errors, a couple of early penalties. So they're looking for a completion.
Feet square for me.
You just, the attacker had his hands up in the air. There's an easy shot for Blake Atherton.
Jaden in. Stand up square like my feet. In. Out.
Bowie is really good in the second half there. Bowie actually jumped into 5'8" there for the last 10. Pat, when the Cutters were making a final crack there at CS Logan, so he did very well.
Yeah, they had an injury there last week, so he moved in and he did a good job. He spiced it up a bit and gave the attack a little bit of something extra.
Go 2.
Lloyd White with the hit up there. He's come from the freezing cold of up near Widnes in the far north of England to the humidity of Mackay in the Whitsunday. So I don't know how he's handled that. Oh, good ball there from Bowie. Wasn't found his man. Capras with an early turnaround. And
no advantage.
No advantage there given to the to the Capras.
Let's go.
They'll
Bring her
get the
in.
feed. A little bit of loose play. It was probably on there. Bowie was right and try and pop that ball, but
Pass to Ezekiel.
didn't go to hand.
I'm interested to see how Lloyd goes tonight, Mackay. It's like you said, it's a bit different up here in the tropics. It's not a hot night, but it's still be a lot different to what he's used to overseas.
I think it's a hot night for a pom. Pat, you would say?
Couldn't agree more.
Heads in. Heads in. Get in. Stay there, Clipper. Let's go. In. Out.
The Capras now bring the ball out from their own line. They'll be desperate for a completed set here and a good kick to get the Cutters fighting off their own line. Hill.
Getting through a lot of work early, Hill is Mackay.
Hold here. Hold chain. Hold. Go
To Roy. The dummy half.
7 on your left needs a hold, mate.
Too easy.
Solid hit there by Bella and Co.
Good contact.
Hold, Cooper. Hold. Hold. Go 3. Outside man. That's all right.
Good on there.
10, let go.
Penning.
Hold here. Hold. Go 4.
Tell you what, Mackay, Cooper Bambling's been voted best haircut in the QOL by his peers.
That obviously is a
Go.
backhanded comment there, Pat, because it's probably the worst I've ever seen. But anyway,
Well, he's up there, but I think the 5'8" from Capras is right up there with him also.
there's a late shot on the kicker. So, as the rule stands, a penalty will be for where the defending team took the ball, which is going to give the Capras excellent opportunity here to open their account.
Huge test here for the Cutters. It's the first time they've defended their line down in the end.
Let's go.
Hill's going to take the first hit up, and he passes out there to the outside man in
Towie.
Hold here.
Towie.
Go 1. Outside.
Here come the Capras. Backline move out to the right.
Hold here. Hold. Hold.
Barker to Margaret with that one there. Back there to the 7 in Jack Madden.
Hill's been busy. He's getting through plenty of work.
Hold.
Troy in a dummy half.
Jaden, you're locking
Another
the ball.
penalty. The referee is consistent. He wants clean ruck
Just wait. Again, I
and
want to
play
get
the
it
balls
wait.
there. He's not getting it from the defence. So,
Probably
Yep.
looking for a penalty there, Mackay, but
well, he certainly got one.
gives them another set.
Up and right.
Capras a centering run,
Hold.
looking for their
Go
points.
1.
Out to Madden again. Finds a running through there, just short of the line.
Go 2. Watch it here.
Out to Farga to Margaret. Let's go forward with the heads. No, out to the wing. Hold him up.
Ball's down.
Ball's
And
down.
that will be a try there to the winger, Luke George. Luke George is over there for the Capras. Wayne of possession, getting those points, and not the best read out wide there, Paddy.
Yeah, probably not a real good sign for the Cutters. It's the first time Capras has been down their end and they've got points. So they're going to be looking to get off the line and shut this Capras pack down and stop them from getting the ball out on the edge.
A fairly easy try, one-on-one there to Luke George, out wide, got good ball from his centre pairing there, Bessie Afaga Tamaga with a quick tap on. So a good try there for the Capras. And that will put a bit of wind in their sails too, as they've didn't have the best rub of the green early.
Mate, not a great deal to add with the 10 metres. Mackay.
Mate, like I said earlier, Capras have got plenty of points in them. They put 36 on South Logan, so Cutters are going to have to be careful here that they restrict them to something that they can contain.
So the Capras looking to add the extras there. The kicker is the number 9.
3.
Oh, the 3. Sorry, I can't even see from up here, Pat. Thanks
Bessie.
for that. Bessie Afaga Tamaga is going to try and add the extras. He is probably the main architect in that try. There's a lovely bit of skill there from Bessie.
Mate, he can bang them over too. I think his percentage is right up there this year, so I wouldn't be surprised if it gets slotted straight over the black dot.
Okay, that's 90 there.
It's time off.
Ref just calling time off, 90 seconds.
And time back on.
just left the upright. So the score remains 6 points for 4. We are 15, probably at 14 minutes into this game. And the game really going, Pat, the way of the referee's call with those ruck infringements.
Yeah, mate, it seems to be once the team gets a roll on there, like you said, the refs calling them the quick play of the balls. The other side's trying to hold them down, but it'll be interesting to see how the Cutters respond.
So here we go.
Stay on! Stay on!
The Cutters kick off. And the Capras trying to be the next to score again and get their nose in front. So they're looking for another completion here. And the Cutters are going to look for a cleaner effort in defence, I would say.
Hold! Go one. Up, Jordan!
Cutters winning the ruck early in this set, Mackay. Jamie Hill's still down. Looks like he might have a little injury.
Yeah, they wouldn't want to lose him. He's definitely one of their go-tos, Jamie Hill. So
here, all the way here. Hold.
trainers out looking at him, so there's problem back line.
Go three.
In the
Ball
back
carrier.
line there. Capras just elusive around that ruck areas. They certainly have some talented players there. Getting a bit of a roll on. Madden finds a player there in his number 6. So the 4 it was on that side. But loose carry there. It's going to give possession to the Cutters on the halfway.
Yeah, I think they let the Cutters off the pump there. They definitely had their foot down, but that little mistake, I think, might come back to hurt them.
Time off. It's right there.
Really like to see Lloyd White grab that ball, Macca, and really dig into that line and show us what he's got.
Yeah, I would imagine that he would need to sort of just get acclimatised to the conditions as well as the style of football that the Cutters are playing. He's been here for about a week, I think, Lloyd. Come off the plane there from Widnes.
Thanks, man.
In
Thanks, Jack.
up north there in March. Pretty cold, I'd imagine, the north of England. To March in Mackay, which is as humid as you could imagine.
Set square. In, out. Careful there, eh?
Here's Bambling.
Straight away!
Bambling went to school at St Brennan's down there, so he knows a lot of these blokes, and he'll want to have a big game against some of his old schoolmates out there, no doubt, and other people that know him. He's a CQ boy.
Now 8! Right side, here, hold, hold. Go 3. Better that time. Thank you. Outside, outside.
There's Paulie Burns. On to Russell. Out there to the 5 in Jensen.
Hold here, hold, hold.
Jensen done well to stay in there, Macca. He had hit the ground pretty quick.
Burns. Hodges, show and go.
Outside.
Finds White. Here comes White. Pops the ball out. Great touch and light. From White on to Bella. Caught in a solid tackle there. This is last.
Great signs from Lloyd White there, taking on the line, little offload.
Hodges dribbles in. They hold him in, and
offside.
The Cutters were offside off the kick, which means that the Capras are going to get the ball.
10 metres, number 2.
Penalty 10 metres out, and they'll kick for touch.
Really impressive in Lloyd White there. Take the line on. He took him in. Got a little offload. Great to see.
In the middle, mate, in the middle.
A good kick there. It's going to find territory there, just about the 35 metres. So the Capras have gone from defending the line to rolling the ball down the field. Relieving penalty.
6. Hold here, mucked in, locked in. 6, get off. No. I want to talk to him. Get off his face. Yeah, but also, don't you
Referees.
him. Okay?
Referees called a penalty there. A little bit of rubbish in the tackle there.
Standard play in the Super League, I think, Macca.
That's why they love it over there, Pat, don't they? A bit of rough stuff. It's all right. Bambling's looking for another leader to go with him in the halves. It's been an issue for the Cutters over the last couple of seasons to have 2 experienced halves. Cooper Bambling's been around for some time now. He knows what to do. It's going to be great to him to have someone like Lloyd White there with him to help steer the ship.
Hold! Let go! Go 2.
Here come the Capras. Another solid run there from the 12.
Now Shane!
Good contact there from Cooper
Hold here,
Bambling
Jaden.
as well.
Hold! Go 3.
Go the open.
More so. On the 11 there in
Ross! Here, hold.
Chase Atoe.
Go, 4.
Atoe. Out to Madden.
Oh,
Loose ball there.
Momentum brought forward.
I think it was the fullback.
probably
Couldn't handle the pass there, and that's going to be a relieving infringement there that the Cutters will be able to take a bit of a breath and see if they can work the ball out.
Yeah, pretty lazy carry there from Matthew Wright. I don't know what he was thinking, but he just sort of stuck his hand out and reached for the ball, and yeah, he was either got to bring it in and tip it on or have a crack himself.
Let's go seconds, Jaden. Let's go, Capras. Yeah, stand square.
Now, midway through this first half.
Big set here from the Capras. They need to get off their line and keep the Cutters down in their own half. We'll see how the Cutters respond.
Mark it straight. Hold. Go 1.
Here come the back man, Russell. He's a good player, Dan Russell. Really adding some starch to the Cutters back line.
Go 2.
He's been busy tonight, Mackay. I like it.
Good run there by the Proserpine boy, Shane Wright.
Now 12.
Hard yards up the middle.
Hold here. Go 3.
Bambling. On to Hodges.
Outside 40.
Cases are onside.
As Bowie actually covers through. Down to the bottom corner there for the Capras, and the Cutters going to look to hold the Capras down here.
That's a great kick chase from the Cutters there, from Bambling and Hodges.
Go 1. Cooper. You never.
Capras asked for the penalty and they got it, Mackay.
Bambling didn't get square though, I don't think, Pat. And so just sees a little bit of ill discipline from both sides. They're really struggling to get into the grind of this game so far. It's just a little bit of back and forward. Not exactly listening to the refs' calls. It's not the easiest conditions. We do have a good track, but there's been a bit of rain up here in Mackay, and 32, 33 degrees during the day, which means it's not the easiest conditions for rugby league. There's a bit of sweat getting around and makes the footy a little bit tougher, even at this time of night.
Go 1.
Strong defence there from the Cutters.
Together, Cutters!
Another run there for the Towie.
Hold!
Interesting to see what the half comes up here with Jack Madden.
That's all right. In front of him. Strong now. Up
They're
now!
putting a lot of pressure on Billy Gilbert
Hold.
tonight. I think Coach Shepherd might have singled him out, Mackay. What's your thoughts?
More so. Onto the Towie. Great offload there.
Keep going.
Onto Penne.
Play on. Silver.
Back inside of the 3. More so. Great skills. Out of the 5 there, I think it's Gudgeon.
It's just accident. It's just
Cap is very happy to throw that ball around, Mackay.
They are. This is what the Cutters have to be wary of. They have some elusive ball runners out there with plenty of skill. So they cannot let the Capras run like that. Another penalty there to the Capras. They're going to get a full set of 6 here. 10 metres out from the Cutters line. We're 18 minutes away from half time.
So he's kicked that ball out to move it 3 metres back to where he was.
Go off. Up in line with the touchy. Sorry, guys. Not you.
Little set play from the Capras, Mackay.
Let's go.
The 3 there. Goes to the line. Has he got a ball down? No, he has not.
Tackle 1. Take it out. You got to play the ball. Let him go. You all right?
Fucking holding me, cunt.
Hey.
A little bit of banter there between the two sides there,
Lock
Paddy.
in. Shane, get close.
You got to get off here.
Just asking how they're going out there and
Here.
how's your day been and whatnot.
Jordan.
Here come the Capras. 10 metres out. More so. Onto a Towie.
Up now, Emro.
Centres that.
Here's the line. Jane, hold it. Hold it. Go 2.
Gilbert.
That's right.
Mrs. Gilbert out to the back line there. Bring him back to the post.
Now,
Cutters holding resolute at this stage.
Go 3.
Back to Morso. He's been dangerous, Morso. Out to the 3 there in
Watch here.
Afaga to Marga. Out the back once again to right. Working hard, the Capras. Plenty of skill there. The Cutters are holding strong.
Hold. Go 4.
This 4th tackle here. Morso. Again.
So
Sends up to Madden. They've really done a his hill.
backwards. Play on. Still 4.
Got the ball away.
Just got caught there at a standstill there, Mackay. See what the 5th option comes up
There's
with.
the last. Morso takes to the line. Finds a player. Then Afaga to Marga, who pops it out there.
Nothing
To the
silly.
wing there. I think it's Gudgeon.
Good.
And he's going to score.
That was a great little flick pass from Bessie there, Mackay.
Bessie Afaga-Tamaga, the skills on him. And he's caught the Cutters napping. The Cutters, through weight of possession, have conceded that try. And once again, it comes down to discipline, Pat.
Cheers, mate.
It does, Mackay. A few little penalties there from the Cutters this march. The Capras down the field. And they made the most of it. Hit the middle, come out to the edge. Little flick pass there from Bessie. He's dangerous. And the winger just finishes it off like a good winger does.
No, look, 10-metre compliance, both sides are there. If they're coming up short, you're going out there and everything's good. All right. What time did you have on the clock again to start?
It was 30 seconds at 15:20.
So, the Capras looking to add the extras here. 15 minutes on the clock. It's 8 points to 6. Not a difficult kick.
16:20, I mean.
Bessie be looking to right his wrong from his last kick, Mackay, a little bit more
So
in
that's
field.
20 seconds to go.
Yeah.
Well, he's had a hand in both tries, Pat. He's been very dangerous out there on the right edge. And certainly working hard for his outside man there.
Fifteen seconds.
No, the clock stopped, hasn't it?
Oh, that's it. Okay.
Looks like we got 14 on for the Capras too, Mackay, Ryan, Jeffrey.
Yeah. We'll just go through.
So both teams, we started to make some changes now. Adds the extras there, Afaga-Tamaga. So 10 points to 6, the Capras leading. The Cutters looking for some more football and a little bit more discipline in defence, I'd say, Pat.
Yeah, they definitely need to clean their defence up and not let Capras march down the field.
Cooper, just time your run, just half a step on the kickoff. You're close last time.
So you're listening to Cutters TV or watching, as the case may be, brought to you by Cash Converters here at BB Prince Stadium. It's the Delhi Bay Coal Terminal main game here at BB Prince Stadium with the QCCS Mackay Cutters up against the CQ Capras, and it's a great night of football here in Mackay. We've had the under-18s and under-20s clash, plus a Foley Shield try between the Mackay side and Central Highlands.
Hold, go one.
Just a couple of score updates, Mackay. We got half-time with the Pride versus Blackhawks. Blackhawks are up 10-0. And full-time, the Ipswich Jets 20, and the Tigers edged them out 22-20.
That's all right, on the shoulder. Together now!
Thanks, Paddy.
Here, Mackay.
It's a
Don't hang on. Go
plenty of
three.
football happening around the state as the season is well underway. Capras now looking for more points. Solid runs, bringing the ball back up towards the halfway.
He's flicking him around. Go four.
I think Coach Shepherd's going to have to look at tidying these offloads up for the Capras. They're just getting through their work. They're getting that offload
Marcus
off.
straight. Hold. Go. Nothing late. Outside. That's fine.
And more so there, finds touch. Probably 20 metres out from the Cutters line. All players probably pretty happy for the spell.
Yeah. What do you
Yeah,
want to do?
he just looks to be slowing it down. Just one bounce, kicked it out.
Bring it in.
We'll see how the Cutters
Let's go.
return fire here.
Certainly looking for more points before half-time. We've got about 30 minutes to go, so there's plenty of time there. I hope you're all enjoying the live stream. We've got plenty of viewers out there last week. It's good to see. Getting
Jaden,
some
we go. Arms around, Jaden.
nice comments and text messages coming in. Former CEO Troy Valley just texted in there, Pat. Probably questioned the fact I called you a local league legend, but, you know, those opinions are in the eye of the beholder, really, aren't they?
We use our words loosely up here, Mackay.
That's right. You don't have to do too much right or wrong to be known as a legend, Paddy.
Play on. Way offside, 13.
So we do have new management up here at the Cutters. Troy's done a great job with this club over the last couple of years, moves on to the North Devils, and we have our new CEO in Maury Fatnowna. He's done a really good job so far, Pat, hasn't he?
Yeah, mate, he's been great. Troy was actually involved with myself as a young fella, and he's someone I looked up to, and he's been great for the club. But excited to see what Maury can bring as well to the club, Mackay.
It's a well-known rugby league game up here, the Fatnownas, and Maury's certainly doing that proud. He's a good man. brings a lot of passion to the club, and
Marcus straight. No, lock him in.
I think the players are enjoying having him around too. So good to see. Here come the Cutters now on the attack. That's right.
He's always got a good carry on him, right? He gets through a lot of work, Mackay.
Hold! Don't hold him in. Go 2. Straight
Good
up
run there.
now.
Out there, I think it's a 15.
Go 3.
Interesting.
That's
We were
right.
calling
Push
correctly last week. Good run there through the middle.
Let go.
Looking for the
There. No.
quick ball there.
16's Gerard, Mackay.
16 is Gerard Hodges, just shy of the line.
See what we got on the 5th tackle option here.
Bambling finds right.
They're going to run it.
They're going to try and force a changeover in the bottom left pocket there, Pat, which is not a bad result. They'll be looking to lock this one down here and keep the Capras in their own 20.
Yeah, pretty good set there from the Cutters. They got down in the corner. We'll see if they can keep them down here. And it looks like the 16.
Oh, mistake there from the Capras. This is the opportunity the Cutters are looking for. There's a loose carry there. It is 10-6 Capras over the Cutters with 10 remaining in the first half. And the Cutters would love to go in the sheds with an early lead. So see what they can do.
Crucial moment here, Mackay. Cutters didn't get the kick away, but they got the result there by getting the turnaround and applying a bit of pressure.
Give him a tunnel again. That's not really different. Hey? Hooker's got to strike first.
Alex, watch this.
Let's go, come on. Jaded in.
Looks like the 16's on from the Capras as well, Sione.
In, out.
Right. Out to the fuller and Atherton.
Capras now. Hold. Go, 1.
Bayless Brow. Young Bayless Brow. Strong for the line. Held up there just short. He's a talented young bloke, this one. Hodges. Ball there to Kenworthy. He couldn't maintain control of the ball. He's going to drop that over the line.
He's coughed that just before the line, Mack. It looks like it's going to be a scrum 10 metres out under the sticks.
Disappointing there from the Cutters.
Yeah, they were building pressure nicely, and then just went that little short ball there, and Kenworthy couldn't hold on to it.
Sorry, same again. Stand square for me. Give him a
So the Cutters
feet like line.
disappointed with that one there. They had a real chance early in the tackle count too.
Let's go in.
We're looking to defend hard here and see if they can force another mistake from the Capras.
No.
Yeah, 9 minutes to go in the first half, Mac. They're going to be looking to push up here. Try and get a little mistake here from the Capras.
Solid run there from the Capras, making an early break there.
Dan, straight away.
The fullback there and right gives away the penalty too.
No, he's offside. Wait.
Russell penalised.
Jump back.
Referee's not afraid to blow the whistle here tonight. Pat, I'd hate to think what the penalty count is, but we're well and truly in double figures. That's not always the referee's fault though. The players need to show some discipline. Cutters now defending the Capras as they take the ball on their 40. Afaga Tamaga, he has been a handful.
Hold. Go on.
Gudgeon gets that ball out to number 12.
Together. Jaden here and hold. Hold.
Replacement.
Marcus Tree. Go.
Player and George Grant there in the dummy half. Out to Madden. Ball back inside there. The 13 is Gilbert. And he has run back behind the player. And the referee are penalising for a Shepherd.
And yeah, infringement there, Mackay. Very lucky there. The Cutters were under the pump heavy.
They certainly were. The Capras are well and truly throwing everything they've got at the Cutters here, who are struggling to keep up the pace of the game at the moment.
Hold here.
Dan Russell's got a great boot on him.
Go.
He does. Jensen, strong carry forward.
Now, Capras.
Russell in the dummy half.
Hold. Play a ball there. On the ball.
Solid run there from the 11 in right.
Off the ball now.
Cutters be looking to clean that, play the ball up. Captain's getting up quick.
Reuben Potter's on the field. He's a star. Good ball there to Gerard. Out to Burns. Looking dangerous. A bit of shape thrown at the Capras here. 40 metres out the Cutters.
3. Hold here. Hold.
Still looking for points. 7 minutes remaining in the first half. Another good run there from Alex Gerard. Cotter.
Punches one forward.
5.
Last tackle.
Go.
Bambling now.
Looking for a result here.
Gets the ball in.
Oh,
Try time. Dan Russell.
Good out here, mate.
Great little kick there from the skipper and Cooper Bambling. Russell following through. The Cutters will get some points. 6 minutes out from half time. Excellent try there, Cutters.
Well-deserved try there, Dan Russell. He's been busy tonight. He's been in everything. So he pushed up on the ball. Great kick there from the skipper, Cooper Bambling. And, yeah, it's applied some pressure. And Dan Russell gets the 4 points.
It's a try the Cutters have been looking for. Dan Russell's been one of the hardest working players out there so far.
Watch, mate.
And especially down that left edge there. So it's terrific to see him get some points. And great little kick there from Cooper Bambling. Skill.
Is that 15 gone?
Yeah, it's great. They were trying to apply some pressure there and get a little kick in behind. And they capitalised it with Dan Russell.
Yeah, it's terrific to see. He may have the worst haircut in rugby league, Cooper Bambling, but he can certainly control a game of footy.
Well, the poll's still out. It's still trending, so I don't know when they're going to have a result, but it should be in soon, Mackay, on that.
If there's someone with the worst haircut, I want to see it, Pat, to be honest.
It's actually for the best. I don't know how he's been voted for the best, but anyway, he's there.
Okay. What do I know about hair? Marcus Jensen looking to add the extras here.
Very good.
Jensen. Beautiful kick. Adds the extras. Cutters 12. Capras 10. Just over 5 minutes remaining in the first half.
What a lovely strike of the ball. Once he hit that, it was going over.
Coach Shepherd probably breathing a sigh of relief on that one, Paddy, I'd say.
Yeah, definitely. They were under the pump there a bit, the Cutters, but like we said, they kept applying some pressure. They got a good kick in behind, and they got a result.
Right, we'll restart. Now, as we were saying earlier, we had some terrific games, especially in the Hastings-Stearings-Colts game. A lot of aggression. There's definitely no lost in that one, and the Cutters got a good win. With me in the box to have a quick chat about it is Coach Michael Comerford. G'day, Comer, how are you?
Good, thanks, Scott. How are you?
Yeah, really good, thanks, mate. A good win today.
Very scrappy, but good teams win those kind of games, and that's what we were priding ourselves on today. So it wasn't a great game of footy, but to get a convincing result was very pleasing.
So certainly no love lost out there today. There's a bit going on, wasn't there?
Yeah, well, a lot of those boys have played with and against each other in schoolboys for a number of years growing up, so there's definitely a bit of history there, and it was shown today with the aggression out there.
Yeah, that's right. Good kick through there.
Got nothing.
And Morso will just grab that one shy of the post. The Cutters look to have... No, they try to get him back in the in goal there, but...
No, play it, hold.
Yeah, Morso just short of the line. That could probably go either way, I'd say, Michael. Who's your best today, mate?
Walter Lewinstein actually got the Players Player Award. I thought he was outstanding.
Cutters too quick off the mark there, and they're going to give the Capras relieving penalty.
Yeah, so he picked up the Players Player Award, and I thought he was very dominant with his carries today, and hopefully throughout the season we see him potentially in an ISC jersey at some stage. So
he's got some serious wheels, hasn't he, old Walter?
Yeah, he's him coming out of yardage for us is a huge advantage. He makes 15 to 20 metres just about every carry he takes.
He's quite the crowd favourite, and then he's a lovely young man. So let's hope he goes very well the rest of the season. A couple of injuries sustained there. So, Michael, what's the results of those? Do you know?
So Jackson Stevens wasn't anything too serious, just a stinger to the shoulder, but Caleb Sin might be a little bit of meniscus damage in the knee, which is better than any structural damage. So hopefully only a few weeks for Sinny, and we'll see him back.
Yeah, that'd be good to see. So this stage of the season, you're sitting where on the ladder?
I think tonight puts us in fourth, but there's obviously games still to play for this round.
Yeah.
And it's too early on in the season, I think, to be looking at the ladder at this stage. Like, because one week could put you 4 or 5 places up or down.
Just the Capras are attacking lots more, so kicking there for the corner, and it's just too deep. The Cutters will get a 7-tackle restart. Who do you have I know I asked you this question last week, Michael, but you definitely have to answer it for me because I actually don't know. Who do you have next week?
Wynnum Manly. So the IC team have a TV game next Sunday, so I'll give that a plug. And then we play after them on Sunday afternoon. So they're sitting third at the moment, I'm pretty sure. So I think they'll be one of the front runners in the HDC comp this year. They're a big team. They've kept a lot of players from last year, and they were quite successful last year as well. So we'll need to be very very close to our best to be looking to beat them next week.
And do they have a connection with the Broncos? Still, they have some players coming back to their side? Or?
Yeah, very similar to us. A lot of their development players who are on second-tier contracts and that kind of thing will play for them. But again, they've got a pretty strong base that they had in their team last year that'll be here again in 2019.
Excellent. Well, thanks very much for joining us, Michael. There's a quick kick through for Dan Russell there. A little bit of scrappy play, but didn't follow through on that. And the Capras will bring that out there. Yeah, great to hear from you, Michael. We hope to make this a regular, especially after a good win like that. So I wish you all the very best for next week and the season ahead.
Thanks very much. Thanks for having us.
Hold. Go. Through there. Again
Capras.
now. Marcus straight.
In what is being a scrappy affair so far.
Get on. Hold.
Working the ball back out.
18. Up, Ruben! Hold here. Go 4.
Well read there from Callan Jenner. Didn't fall for that little inside wall. He's made his tackle.
5.
And dominant as well.
Go. Nothing late. Outside.
Right side is good.
There's a little chip over the top there. Picked up there by Jensen. And he's shown with a clean pair of heels. Back inside. Jensen steps through 1, 2, and almost 3. Great return there from Jensen. White in the dummy half.
20 seconds to go.
Here's Burns outside of him. Paulie Burns. Solid shot there. Cutter's looking to score before the break. 10 seconds on the clock.
Go 2.
Cotter. Out there to Jenner on the right. 5 seconds. Do they have time for one last shot here? This is it. Bambling. Out to Russell. Has the outside man. He needs to beat this one and can't. And that will be all she wrote for the first half. Capras are 10. Cutters are 12. 2 points in front. It's half time here. BB Print. You're listening to the Cash Converters Cutters TV live stream here live in Mackay. So I hope you enjoyed that first half. Coaches will have plenty to talk about, Paddy, at half time, won't they?
Yeah, I don't know what Coach Shepherd's going to have to say about that. Like you said earlier, it's a little bit scrappy. Cutters are in front, but yeah, I think they've got a bit to work on there around the ruck.
Well, it's been a terrific first half of football for the crowd in terms of the excitement. Coaches might say otherwise in terms of the discipline and the skill involved. So I'd say that they'll be wanting improved effort in that regard coming out after the break.
Definitely too many penalties there from both sides really, but especially the Cutters. So they'll be looking to clean that up and control the ruck and get on the front foot.
Yeah, excellent work. Thanks everyone. We'll be back after this break. Hope you enjoy the rest of the call here on the Cash Converters Cutters TV.
Join the QCCS Mackay Cutters family with a 2019 membership package. Don't miss the action. Cheer on the Cutters at home. There is a membership package for everyone. Member awards, merchandise packs, exclusive discounts, and dual Cowboys memberships. Whatever your budget, whatever your schedule, be there to witness the magic. Let this be the season you join the Cutters family. Join today. MackayCutters.com.au/membership. Mackay Cutters, proud supporters of Change the Game. Tackle mental health head on.
QCCS, a proud local company delivering concrete and civil solutions across Queensland. At QCCS, we simply do whatever it takes, safely and efficiently. QCCS, supporting your local community and the Mackay Cutters. Cash Converters Mackay. Whether it's an unexpected dental bill, tyres for your car, or a last-minute invitation to an overseas wedding, our cash loans and personal loans can help. We understand that things can get a little confusing when it comes to short-term loans. That's why at Cashies Mackay, we've made the process as simple as possible. Plus, need a new car or motorbike? Apply now and get pre-approved finance before you start shopping. Get sorted at Cashies. Cash Converters Mackay, 36 Sydney Street. This live stream proudly produced by Tropical Exposure Advertising and Multimedia, your corporate communications, mining and industrial multimedia specialists. Proud sponsors of the QCCS Mackay Cutters. If you want the best, talk to Tropex.
Mates don't let mates bite off more than they can chew. That's why we take a responsible approach to lending, making sure that our customers receive sensible guidance every time. For genuine advice every time, let Queensland Country Credit Union lend a hand.
Dalrymple Bay Coal Terminal, Queensland's premier coal export facility. Proud to be part of the Mackay community and provide support to many community groups and local events. DBCT, proudly supporting our schools, local sporting clubs and community events. Dalrymple Bay Coal Terminal, part of our community. Go to dbct.com.au. Get it right on site with M&P Services. Call now for the ultimate range of transportable buildings and shipping containers for sales and hire. Locally owned and operated, we've been industry leaders in transport and logistics services for over 30 years. Plus, check out our range of specialised shipping containers and our revolutionary mobile crib rooms. M&P Services, proud supporters of the Mackay Cutters and Change the Game program. Get it right on site with M&P Services.
And we are back live here at BB Prince Stadium for the Cash Converters Cutters TV on the Cutters TV live stream. We're between the QCCS Mackay Cutters and the CQ Capras. Cutters have gone into the sheds with a 12-10 lead. Pat, pretty scrappy first half.
Yeah, it was, mate. Like I said earlier, I don't know what Coach Shepherd will come up with. They want to clean up the ruck. Mate, I was impressed by Dan Russell tonight. He's been in everything. He got a meat pie there. And also from the Capras, the 5'8". I think Morso's been taken on the line, digging in, asking questions, and been guiding that side around.
He's been a handful, mate, Pally Morso. Just to let people out there know, if you're following on the QRL Live, there is some issues with the updates from the live scoring app used here at the ground, so that's currently being looked at. So if you're concerned about the numbers we're calling, we can only go by the list as we have it, which we're pretty sure is almost on the money. So Cutters kicking off here. Sorry, Capras kicking off and the Cutters returning. They're running left to right on your screen into a reasonable breeze there. You get a good southeasterly here, BB Print.
There's a wobbly old kick too off the kickoff.
They're the hard ones to take, Paddy.
Together now! Mark it straight, right side!
So both coaches will be looking for a little bit more discipline in this second half. Jenner. He's a handful, Callan Jenner.
Yeah, he's probably a little bit quiet in the first half, Mackay. I think he's going to be looking for a big second half.
I'd say he would. He's a good young player, Callan Jenner, local boy. Ken Worthy. On there to the 16.
Good second play phase to Gerard there.
Outside here.
It's good to see Brendan Treston out there. Pat, we called him for his 51st game last week. And that kick has landed millimetres
just
inside the touchline. So, not sure that was a kick they were looking for, Paddy, but they certainly won't be taking him back to where they kicked it from.
Yeah, I'd just like to apologise to Tresto for last week. We were calling him for most of the match for his 51st game. He wasn't out there. We had a few technical issues, but he's on the bench today and he'll be looking to make an impact when he gets on.
He's a good man, Brendan Treston. He's a heart and soul of this team, and that's why we called him last week, because he thinks he should have been out there anyway. But regardless of that, he's having a crack out here tonight. Capras feed, and they're working the ball out from their own end.
Jordan, straight away! Here's 10, hold! Go 1, it's been 18.
More so. Need to shut that offload down, Macca.
They certainly do. They're making good yards down that right edge. They did in the first half, and they're looking the same in the second. Centering run there.
Up now! Mark it square, hold! Hold! Go 3.
Good metres there from the Capras up the middle.
In the middle here, here. Hold! Roots, make it, brother. Go 4.
15, making some good yards.
Jack Lody.
Jack Lode. Another good run there from Billy Gilbert.
5! Mark it square.
Last tackle here. 35 metres there from the Cutters line. One way than the other there from the replacement hooker.
Left chase is good, hard chase is good. Thank you.
Goes high in the air. Bowie.
Knock on.
And in the touch.
Bowie flies high in the air. Could argue some interference in the air, but he spilled that ball, and the Capras will get the loose head and feed. 20 metres out from the Cutters line, and they'll see this as a very decent early opportunity to hit back in front there, Paddy.
Yeah, it looked spectacular from Bowie, but he just coughed that one at the last minute, so it'll be interesting to see what the Capras can pull from the scrum.
This way. George, pull him in. Put your head in and pull him in. Up in the
Jack Madden feeding the scrum.
He's been solid tonight, Madden, Macca.
He certainly has been. More so. A handful. Good ball there to the 12.
Up now, Shane! Hold! Hold! Go 1.
Brandon, dummy half.
Off the
Centering
ball,
run there from the Capras.
Here's the line. Hold!
They've got options either side of the ruck. Gilbert goes, sorry, it's Grant.
On the line. Ball hit the line. No, ball hit the line.
And it's a try score there by the replacement hooker number 14, George Grant. And the Capras get the result they'll be looking for. An early try on the back of a knock-on there to the Cutters. And the Capras will hit the lead 14 points to 12 with only 3 and a bit minutes going in the first half.
Cutters will be disappointed there. There's a couple of quick play of the board. George Grant got out from dummy half. Asked some questions, got the ball over the line. Probably a little bit suspect whether he had downward pressure on that, but the ref was happy with it, so it's 4 points.
Presentation's got to be better.
Yeah, lazy around the ruck there from the Cutters, and that's definitely going to cost them. I think Pup Shepherd would want to see that problem rectified immediately.
Yeah, mate, that was what I was going to feed to you. It's just that. Yeah,
probably
just
the message
hang out
coming
there,
out from the
work hard
trainers
and
right now. So this kick
responding when you get out
will
there,
be
when you're not looking
right in
at
front there. Should be easy money for Bessie Tamaga.
It's a real coach killer, isn't it, the dummy half try. Everyone knows it's coming, but sometimes they just can't defend it.
Who'd be a coach, Pat? So this big crowd here at BB Print are waiting to get into the game. What they want to do is see a good run on here from the Cutters. The Capras have kept them quiet early in this second half. Seesawing match.
There we go. Just.
And Tamaga adds those extras. Easy kick there in front. Capras are in front now, 16 points to 12, with just under 5 minutes gone, just over 5 minutes gone here in the second half here at BB Print. So this game brought to you by DBCT, Daly Bay Coal Terminal, proud sponsors of this game and excellent sponsors of Sport Mackay in general. So it's great to have them on board as a sponsor. Not to mention our live stream sponsor in Cash Converters. And this live stream is brought to you by the wonderful team at Tropical Exposure, Benny Bishop and his crew. They do a great job bringing the images of these games to the public that can't be here at the game. So thanks to all those people get involved and bringing these wonderful games of rugby league up here in the north.
Go 2.
Capras with a roll on. Cutters looking to exert some dominance in defence, but the Capras are rolling through.
Shane, hold.
Getting quick play of the ball. Grant's been good since he came on the field, Pat.
Mate, he's been real good. Ken Worthy's firing the boys up in defence. He's making some good contact out there and ripping in.
Okay, left side, just need to hold.
Yep. 5! All the way. Go, nothing late.
Yeah, all there.
Thank you. That's a tackle.
Fifth tackle. Hard kick to take.
It's good, mate.
All good.
Swallowed there by Bowie, who sees a chance to get some room on his outside man. Almost gets through, but taken there
Go.
by Nathan Bassani. Atherton, centering run.
Off the ball. All the way, George.
Cotter. He's a handful, Cotter. Good yards there from dummy half.
Keep coming.
White into acting half.
Line is good, mate.
Finds his man out there. Follow English import and Alex Gerard. Both play for Winners, I think, Pat. They would have been teammates over there.
Yeah, mate. Apparently they're good mates, so they'd be pretty happy to link back up here for the
Good
Cutters.
kick there from White. Is it going to hold up? No. 7 tackle restart there for the Capras. So disappointing there, Lloyd White.
Wait.
Almost had it on a dime.
All players back now.
It's inches, Maccas, between a good kick and a bad one, mate.
Very profound, Paddy.
Up now, Mackay.
That's why you're the man for the expert comments. Here come the Capras.
Just wait. Matt, get the ball back. Let go of the defender.
Referee not happy
Wait.
with the play of the ball. Not too sure the point of doing that, but anyway, slows things up a bit, gives the big boys a chance to have a breather.
Out 16.
Good run there. Number 4, Nathan Bassani.
Go 1.
Capras working back through the middle.
Up now.
These teams have gone try for
Shane,
try.
here
Will it be the Cutters
No.
next? Well, I'll tell you what, if the Capras
two.
score next, the Cutters are in all sorts. Good run there from
6,
the
let go.
Cutters, Capras down that left edge.
You're locking him in. Go 3.
That's our man Treston on the field too, Mackay. He's made an interchange. He's out there now.
Straight out.
There is Trestate.
Here and hold.
So
Go
good
4.
use of the bench there by Pup Shepherd.
Yep, sorry.
Here comes Madden. Out to Bassani, loose carry, drops the ball. Bowie, quick on it. Almost saw clear space in front of the Capras. Quick to
Hold. Go 0.
come back and grab him. Because once he gets in the clear, it's lights out.
Nice defence there by local West boy Black Atherton. He was
Hold
up
it,
and in on it,
hold.
put a bit of pressure on him
Go
and
on.
forced a mistake.
Straight away, 10. Mark it straight, here.
Cutters looking for a completion. Cotter gets the ball out to Bambling. Out there to Shane Wright on the left edge. Making good yards. They're about 40 metres out. Back into Jenner. Jenner gets his front, looking for a quick play of the ball. He's not the biggest second row in the game, Paddy, but he's certainly strong and elusive.
Tough as nails, mate.
Chip up the chop there from Lloyd. Looking for a better kick. That's a better kick. Gets in there. The Gudgeon, who cannot escape the Cutters' rushing defence. Great kick chase. Drop out. Capras.
Beautiful set there by the Cutters. They rolled down the field, couple of quick play the balls, then just dribbled one into the back of the in goal there, and the outside backs pushed up, forced it in and goal drop out.
10 seconds gone.
Yes. Matt, come on. Matt, we've got 15 seconds.
20 seconds gone.
Tell you what, Mackay, the Cutters forward have done a job, and I'm really looking forward to Perry and Ross Bella coming back on.
Yeah, that's what they picked up last week, Paddy, too. So even though they've got some excellent blokes coming off the bench, good catch there from Bambling. He finds his runner there in the young fella Bayless Brow. Solid run there.
Up now. Capras here. Hold. 10. Go on.
Yeah, all there, mate, all there.
Thank you.
Capras.
Now
Scrambling in defence. Cutters looking to be next to score. Cotter. Out to the 12 there, and Jenner. 16 is Gerard. He's a solid player, Gerard. A real addition to this Cutters lineup.
Love to see Cotter take
Cotter!
He's
Cotter! How good is he? When you get him close to the line, Pat, look out.
He waited for his moment, mate. I was interested to see him take the line on, and he just waited for it and has put it over 4 points.
He is brimming with talent. We hope to have him in Cutters colours as long as we can, but I've got a sneaking suspicion that we'll probably see him in Cowboys colours sometimes this year. So while we've got him, though, we'll take every one of those dummy half tries we can get. There's an excellent move there from Reuben Cotter. Saw the defence slacking. Straight over he goes. Cutters got what they wanted. They needed to be next to the score. They have done. With the kick to come, they're looking to hit back in front.
Yeah, and off the back of a couple of quick play balls too, Mackay. We won the ruck there and got through the middle, and like we said, Reuben Cotter capitalised on it and put us over.
It really comes down to discipline and completion here from Mackay Cutters. When they have the ball in hand and they're completing their sets, they look like they'll be hard to stop.
Yeah, that's right. They've cleaned up the ruck and a lot less penalties this half, and they're pushing forward and getting us down the other end.
So Marcus Jensen looking to add the extras here. He's been very good at the boot so far. This is not a difficult one, just to the right of the uprights.
Not to put the mockers on him, but isn't he a great striker of the ball, Mackay?
I'd rather you say that after the kick, Paddy, if you could.
Well, we'll see how he goes.
Yes, he is a great striker of the ball, Pat, and the extras are added. Cutters 18, Capras 16. We've got a dead set cracker on our hands here at BB Print on the Cash Converters Cutters TV live stream. Getting some good comments there on the feed there coming through. You got a few fans out there, Pat.
Yeah.
And don't they love you?
All positive, I'm sure.
Oh, we're hitting audience far and wide. A good mate down there at down there in Toowoomba, Matt Schultz. He's like the doyen of Darling Downs Rugby League, and he listens to it every week. You know, Schultz, he down there. We'll shout out to you, old son. So it's not just for the locals. This is for people all around Queensland and enjoy a good game of footy. And here we are, the Cutters returning the ball, looking to get back-to-back tries, and desperate for a win to open their account here in this Intrust Super Cup season.
You went to the neck. That's what the penalty
Came over the air, pushes the penalty there. He was very aggressive in that run. Actually, talking about listeners, Mackay, I think we got a couple of listeners down in Ipswich too, which you met last year.
Which way? That way.
I did meet some very interesting characters down in Ipswich, Paddy, so it's good to see that they're listening in.
No, 3/4, mate, 3/4.
Big fan, mate, big fans.
Go.
Atherton. He's been good, Blake Atherton, tonight.
Marcus straight. Hold. Go.
Bow in a dummy half. Treston. Centering run, gets his front. Cotter in a dummy half. Jenner wants a run. Finds Kenworthy. Good shot there on Kenworthy, but gets his front still. Cutter's rolling through. Big Gerard.
Good
Still
meters.
Gerard.
Great meters from the Cutters
Looking
there. up
for
the
an
middle.
offload, couldn't get one. Cotter, really quick. Bambling on the left edge. Goes to the line and just short.
He's digging in there, asking questions, and maybe should have looked for a little offload there, Macca.
Cotter's in a dummy half. What's he going to do here? He's got Gerard.
Nothing late.
Attacking kick.
Back to White. High kick. Out to Bowie.
Play on.
But taken there by
Up now.
Gudgeon.
Go.
Kainoa Gudgeon. Solid on that high ball.
Great take there, boy Gudgeon. I would have liked to see Yamba Bowie attack the ball there, Macca. I think he's just doing a little defensive play there.
Stand now. Hold.
So sigh of relief there for the Capras
Go 3.
as they bring the ball back out there. The big men rolling through the middle.
Up now. Mark it square. Go 4.
We've got 2 very proud rugby league regions represented here tonight. Countless the number of Queensland and Australian representatives that come out of
Go.
Mackay
Nothing
and
late.
Rockhampton, the extended CQ region. So plenty of pride here.
Just need 10, mate.
And bragging rights are always
We've got 10 metres.
held in high regard. Both towns want them, that's for sure.
Paulie Burns just eats that one up, Macca. Turns it to the 40.
Go. Second marker.
Bowie from dummy half.
There you go.
Markers weren't square, so the Cutters get a penalty now. Just shy of halfway with a decent kick here, they're going to find themselves in good position.
They'll be happy with that little piggyback down the field.
Let's
We'll
go.
put them in a good attacking position. We'll see what they can come up with.
On the mark.
Great boot from Russell. Finds touch on the 20. Couldn't ask for better than that.
Wait for the kick. Hold. 10. Go.
Bowie.
Up 11. All right, George.
Wide in acting half.
Go, one.
Has Treston outside of him. Treston hard to the right post.
George now. Hold here. Hold.
Cotter in a dummy half.
Go 2.
Out to the 6 in White. Pushes for the line. Can't quite get the ball down.
Now. 3. Go 3.
Cotter.
That's all right.
Kenworthy. Can he get the ball down?
He's got it down.
He
Macca.
has got that down. Jordan Kenworthy gets the try for the Cutters. The Cutters won on a back-to-back. He's got it next to the post. They're looking to extend this lead past the 6-point margin. Cutters, with a bit of football, are starting to look dangerous, Pat.
That's what Coach Shepherd would have wanted, mate. He wanted back-to-back points, and that's what the Cutters have produced.
That's what we said. Discipline with the footy
Time will be out.
for either team will result in points here tonight. It's a hot night.
That's it, Macca. A little markers not being square from the Capras, and then they roll down the field, the Cutters, and straight up the middle and put more points on the board.
See?
They just don't know what to do with Ruben Cotter there when he comes into the acting half position there on the line, Pat. Is he going to go? Is he going to find someone? They are 2 great hookers in this side, and Cotter and Hodges. They lose nothing. And that was an excellent try there. He found the rampaging Jordan Kenworthy.
Well, that's it. He asked some questions earlier on and went over himself, and then he just little pop there, straight over.
Another kick there from Dan Russell. Easy one. Straight over he goes. Cutters now 8 points in front. It's 24 points to 16. We've got 22 and a half minutes remaining in this second half on the Cash Converters Cutters TV live stream here at BB Prince Stadium. The game brought to you by Delhi Bay Coal Terminal between the QCCS Mackay Cutters and the CQ Capras. So, as we said, Capras with 1 win so far this season. Cutters yet to open their account and desperately keen to do so this evening.
Let's all stay on.
I've had 2 wins earlier in the day, the Melbourne Inga under 18s and the Hastings Deerings Colts under 20s. Oswald Melbourne Inga, I should be
Time
saying,
again. Stay
that
on.
they were looking for 3 from 3.
Mate, just to touch on Delhi Bay, Macca, I was lucky enough to get put through my apprenticeship down there, so they put heaps of kids through,
Up now.
and they're great for the community.
Marcus Square. Hold, Capras. Hold. Go 1.
Putting all that money from the black gold back into sport here in the local region, Pat, is great to see.
17 off the ball.
I haven't seen Hector down here this year, though. I think I need to bring him back.
Hector, we've got a...
Oh,
Here we go, through Cotter. Strong Ruben Cotter.
Quick one now, man.
He's a handful.
All the way. Hang on. Go 3. Marcus over.
Out there to Atherton.
Released.
Bowie will jump into the acting half position. On to White. Back to Treston up through the middle.
5. Hold here. Hold.
I've liked White's touches tonight, Mac.
He's getting better as the game goes on, Pat. Left foot kick there from Bambling. It's a wobbly one. And pretty ineffective, to be honest, in the end. 7 tackle restart there for the Capras, who we're looking to bounce back. Flat pass there for his outside man.
Wow.
And he's come up with the error on the first tackle. Would you believe it?
Good defence there from the Prossie Brahman.
That is breaking the hearts of the CQ Capras. They've finally had a chance to get the ball back down the other end, and they've coughed that up on the first ball.
Bring it in.
Good solid defence there by the left edge.
Again, Cooper. Stand square. Seconds.
Cutters will be looking to capitalise on this mistake.
Lock him in. Same, Matt. Lock him in for me, Matt. Stand square. In.
Another try here will be hard to catch. White.
Yep.
Out there. On to the fullback and Paulie Burns.
Up 4. Hold. Go 1.
White finds Treston. Hard yards. Treston, he's hard as a rock, this man. Hard to get to the deck. Capras do so.
Hold. Hold.
Cotter. Back to Kenworthy.
Together now.
Outside there to White. Is it? Or no, Gerard. Cotter. Still on the left. Bambley. Finds Shane Wright. Is he over? Referee likes it.
Good.
It's a try. Shane Wright goes over on the left edge. Great ball there from Cooper Bambling. Weight of possession, paying off for the QCCS Mackay Cutters, and they've extended their lead 28 points to 16 with just under 20 minutes on the clock. Great work there, Paddy.
Mate, back-to-back tries there. Coach Shepard's going to be happy with that. They're getting through their work. A little bit lucky, but they got up with some heavy defence, got the ball back, and pushed down the field again for some more points.
I think the main difference this Cutters side, what we can see from last year, is the depth on the bench there. To have blokes like Cotter, Gerard, Treston, and the young fellow in Bayless Brow coming on, Pat, that makes a huge difference there for Coach Shepard to have those sort of options.
Well, like you said earlier, Macca, Hodges starts. Young Ruben Cotter comes off the bench. Like, you could have either of those boys start, so it doesn't really matter which way you go, but you got quality, like you said. You've got some big boppers coming on the bench. They're doing the job when Ross Bella and Perry are off. And then when them boys come back, they add more, so it's good to see.
Yeah, mate, just going to give it to you.
And speaking of, I think we'll have a couple of changes soon. Looks like Hodges and Bella getting ready to return to the fray. Now, changes though, might see Cotter stay out on the field. That looks like the 12 and Callan Jenner coming off the field.
15 to go.
So it looks like Hodges will go back into the dummy half role and possibly Cotter out on that left edge. The right edge, sorry.
Yeah, I think Cal Jenner played the full 80 minutes last week, so I think they're looking to keep Cotter and Hodges on the field at the same time. Is that right, Macca?
I was hoping they would actually do that, Paddy, because I'd like to see them out there together. They both have a lot to bring to this side, so they are staying out there, the 9 and the 14.
2 dummy halves.
Ruben Cotter, I've actually seen Ruben play a lot over the years since he's young bloke. He can fill in very easily into a number of positions, so I don't think we're going to lose too much there.
Stay on!
Capras kick-off. Solid run from Kenworthy. Kenworthy has been enormous for the Cutters this evening.
I think he's been good tonight, Mac. He's controlled his aggression. He's a very aggressive player, and I love that, but he's doing all the little things right, and he's not giving away any penalties.
Let go! Go 2. 11 is fine. Up now!
Good to see digging in, asking some questions as soon as he gets on, Macca.
Dan Russell coming in for some work. Good yards through the middle. The Capras are giving up too many easy meters here at this stage of the game. They haven't had the ball for some time. Good kick there from White. Dribbling down, just going to hit the try line. Bowie grabs his centre.
Very close. Great defence there.
Just holds him. That's a fullback there in White, but...
Tell you what, Mac, a couple of the Capras players very slow to get back in this attacking line.
They are struggling.
Go 2.
Big Hill, he's still behind the Cutters line there as the Capras back three try to bring the ball back out. And the Cutters have a real spring in their step at the moment. Looking to put this one to bed if they can. There's still plenty of time left, heaps of time for the Capras to come back. 16 minutes. Plenty of time for a couple of tries from the Capras so they get their fair share of the ball.
Go. Nothing late.
And use it wisely.
Inside 40.
Kick inside the 40. Won't find touch though. Taken there by Burns, who returns it. Solid hit there by the Capras rushing defence.
Heavy contact there.
Go 1.
Bowie. Out of the 4 in Atherton. Brings it back to the centre of the park. 7 short of the halfway.
Get square. Hold.
Hodges.
Go 2.
Out on the left side there. For the wing on that side, Marcus Jensen.
Good to see the outside backs coming in, Mackay, giving the boys a hand, getting us forward, just over halfway now.
It's a very important part of the modern game, Pat, to have the back three do their fair share of the hard yards so the big boys get a break. So, Connor claiming he was stripped, the referee disagrees, and he's going to call that a knock on.
Looked like a loose carry from the start, didn't it, Mackay?
Yeah, he didn't get a good grab on that one. So it looks like Cotter is playing on the. Where is he playing there, Pat?
Might be playing in the centre at lock. Is he in the core?
Might be in the middle, yep.
Let's go in the back rower. Paul.
Ross Bell looking to get back on the field.
Square for me again. Up here, up here. Let's go in. Out. Now Shane. Hold. Go 1.
Capras looking to work their way out of the half, Mackay. Some heavy defence there by the Cutters.
Hold. Let go. Hold here. Hold. Go 2.
Capras now starting at the stage of the game when they need to score. They need to get a good completion here and a deep kick, if not score in the set.
Hold. Hold. Go 3.
Also, hardly had the football in this half. So dangerous in the first half. He just really wants to get a hold of this ball and get something working for the Capras team. Mad.
Oh, good contact there.
Oh, look, got the ball away there.
5. Get square. Go. Nothing left.
Good shot there by Lloyd White. It's good to see him making some good contact.
Chases are good. Thank you.
That's the last tackle. Madden puts that high.
Backwards.
Ball goes backwards. Off the Cutters. Bambling's away. Oh. And the referee does not like that shot at all.
To be honest,
at it, yeah, it might have been high.
I think it's a clean shot, Mackay.
I don't think there's much malice in that one at all, Paddy. But it looked bad, but
Wrong place at the wrong time.
I think it's just one of those things, just a bit of collision.
There's good contact by the Capras as soon as he hit his shoulder. Our old skipper was flat on his back.
Take over this way.
He'll be right.
The referee called it up immediately.
Yes, let me deal with it.
It might have been a bit of a shoulder in it, possibly. He didn't get his arms out to wrap around, which, if it was deemed to be a shoulder charge, I wouldn't be surprised to see it on report.
Sometimes it's hard to wrap your arms around when you hit someone that hard, but...
He's all right. Yeah, it's all good.
Very profound, Pat.
On report.
It is on report for a shoulder.
Number 1.
So it's the fullback there.
You good?
Matt Wright will be on report. Not sure he'll have a case to answer, but the referee didn't like what he saw instantly and blew that one up.
Just wait.
Regardless of that,
Good, mate.
Cutters will have the penalty and look to find touch.
Let's go.
Russell finds touch. Another good kick from Russell on the 40. The Cutters will get the ball.
Mate, the boot of Russell's been invaluable tonight, Mackay. He's made some good ground off the penalties. He's getting through well.
To be honest, Pat, the Cutters have missed having a quality kicker, one that can get metres, plus a goal kicker too in Marcus Jensen as well. He looks to be quality, so they have missed points in that regard in previous seasons, so it's good to see. So they keep that going. Hodges here, the Cutters well and truly on the attack. Inside there to big Roscoe Bella, pumps the big legs, 1 metre short, Bella.
Looking to attack here down the right, the left side.
Hodges Outside to Kenworthy. And he will get his second. And the Cutters are getting ever so closer to their maiden win of the 2019 season. Just waiting possession. They're getting a roll on. The big forwards are starting to cut through them like a hot knife through butter, Paddy.
That's the money ball there, Mackay. Hodges just probing in there out of dummy half, asking questions, comes up with the right option, puts old Kenworthy over for a double.
Jordan Kenworthy. Straight through him like a dodgy Vindaloo.
Hey, mate, number 7 from Capras.
The Cutters are now up 34 points
probably 2 tackles
to 16
that try.
with a kick to come.
If you chat him on the run, yeah, I will.
Oh, excuse me.
It's been a really good effort from the Cutters. As soon as they started to play with a bit of discipline, I don't know if Pup gave him a tune up there at half time. The second half has been much improved. And the Capras, on the other hand, just have not had the football. And in this heat, starting to struggle.
60 seconds gone, mate.
I dare say would have been an animated half time. Shepherd gets the word across pretty clearly, so I dare say he would have told the boys what he wanted, and mate, they've responded. Whatever he said, they've responded. They've cleaned up the ruck, they've cleaned up the penalties, they're marching down the field and getting the points.
Fantastic night to boot for Marcus Jensen, who gets the extras. It's 36 points to 16, a 20-point lead. Cutters over the Capras. They're starting to look like good things here, Pat.
Mate, they're looking great. Like we said, we're getting back-to-back tries now, so they're rolling down the field. Kenworthy's been great. Ross Bella come on, made an instant impact as he gets on, and they backed it up with some points.
Big Emery Perez about to come back on the field, I think. He's up there looking for a sub. He wants another crack at them. So all the big boys getting back on the field. But it's hard to take the replacement forwards off, Pat, because they've just made such an impact off the bench. If I was a coach, I'd find it hard to get them off.
Well, that's it, Macca. The boys are doing a job, so it's good to have the reserves come on.
Bella, loose carry from Bella. It's a decent shot on him. He's turned that ball over. He'll be disappointed with that.
Just as we're talking him up too.
Kiss of death.
He'll fire back. That'll be right.
He's a player plays with a lot of passion, Ross Bella, and he'll be dirty on himself for that. But that's football. These things happen. So Cutters are careful here not to let this lead slip. Capras, with 9 minutes on the clock, they're 20 points down. Time may be against them, but they'd be certainly desperate to score right here and now to make a game of it.
Well, it's just what the Capras would have been looking for, Macca. They kick the ball off. They would have wanted to get down, make some impact in defence.
Bassani in the corner, was it? Bassani get the ball down.
And that's even better for him. That's 4 points.
And he has got it. Nathan Bassani, the centre there on the left side, has got that down. And they've scored really off the first set of that, off that scrum from the mistake there from Ross Bella.
That's pretty soft there from the Cutters. They were just man on man, didn't get up, and Bassani just ran straight through.
Yeah, that was there wasn't the best effort there in defence there off that scrum. The Cutters will be looking to do better than that, so certainly one to review on the video during the week, even if they do get the win. Difficult kick here from the sideline from the number 3, Bessie Farga Tamaga, who's so dominant in the first half. This ball has not come out his side on the second, so fortunate for the Cutters, not so much for the Capras.
A couple of local kids there trying to put the handball over to put him off.
Well, that's what it's all about when you've got a home game, Pat. I'm sure the same happens down there in Brown Park and Rocky. And can't quite curl that one back around. So the score will remain Cutters 36, Capras 20. Cutters up by 16, 7 minutes 50 on the clock. Here at BB Prince Stadium on the Cash Converters Cutters TV live stream. Coming to you live here in Mackay from BB Prince Stadium and the Delhi Bay Coal Terminal main game.
It's a good hit back there from the Capras, Macca. They needed that, so it'll be interesting to see how the Cutters respond.
I'd say we're looking for a good deep kick, big defensive set, and have one last crack, see if they can add some more points before the end of the game. So we've been impressed with the work of Lloyd Wright in his first game, only been a week up here in the tropics and coming from the cold of the northern England, and he's been good here tonight, Pat, hasn't he?
He has, mate. He hasn't been extraordinary, but he has been solid, and that's all you can ask for his first hit out.
Certainly. So hopefully it adds a bit to the Cutters lineup over the season ahead.
Go on.
Just had a message earlier, Mackay, asking when Hickson's back. I just had a message from Coach Shepherd. He's looking at 2 weeks before he's back on the paddock.
Okay, we're good to see Jack. He's a good young bloke, and hopefully see him back. And I'll just give that extra option for the Cutters off the bench. I know they're starting to have some depth in a number of positions, but it's a long season ahead. I'm sure there's the odd injury and Cowboys call up to come, so there'll be room for everyone. It's good to see Jack back playing. But in the meantime, the halves pairing of Lord White and Cooper Bambling have done the job so far tonight. The Capras have travelled north looking for some points, looking for a win, and it doesn't look like it's going to happen this evening. The Cutters look like holding on. But they've got a couple more sets here to play out.
Yeah, well, Capras is marching down the field, Macca. They got a penalty now. They're asking questions here.
Outside.
Good shape there. Ball inside to Bassani.
Brendan, release! Away.
Great tackle there from Treston.
Still a few minutes on the clock. If they score here, there'll be something to be concerned about if I was Mackay Cutters, Pat.
Dead right, mate. We just won the ruck there, but old mate lost his boot.
You're locking him in with your leg.
Last tackle here. Capras. More so. Dribbles the ball in. And scrappy play there.
Then a knock on.
So I think he's going to call.
Fifth and last. Cutters scrum.
Cutters scrum. I think it was off the Capras foot.
6 more.
Off the Cutters foot, then knock on Capras there. So Capras, if they're going to pull a miracle out, really need to score off that play. With 5 minutes on the clock, being 16 down, it's looking more and more like a Cutters victory.
Good result there from the Cutters, Macca. They Capras were asking some questions.
We got a halfback. Yeah.
There's still plenty to work on for both coaches here. Look, it's a good game that mightn't have the high profile players as some of their southern counterparts or even the Black Hawks and Pride. But there's certainly some talent in these two Central Queensland teams. And they'll be looking for many more wins this season. Let's hope they do.
That's right. 13 out.
Good yards there from Tristan now, the middle.
He's 12 there, mate. He's good.
11 up. 12 all the way.
Bowie into dummy half here.
Little knee there.
Yeah, little knee. Penalty. Referee didn't like that one.
Isn't he good at just asking the question, Mackie? He pushes forward, gets through the ruck.
Just does keep the opposition defences guessing all the time.
Let's go. Give it to someone else so we can kick it.
Cutters slow for the kick.
Stay behind.
Looking to wind this one down as best they can.
Who's Dan? Come on.
Dan Russell should put this one in the next week. Does not disappoint.
If he can get 30 metres off every penalty kick, Pat, that's going to be a massive add-on for the Cutters this year. And that's pretty much what he's done tonight. Every penalty kick, he's grabbed about 30 metres in advancement up the field. It's really good to see.
Mate, he's been right up there with one of my favourite players tonight, Mac. He's done a lot of work, done all of that stuff, a lot of the hard stuff. He's been impressive.
On the line, 1 foot. Go 2. Yep, it's good. 2.
Hodges there. Out to big Emery Perry. Short of the line. Hodges. Roscoe Bella. Over underneath the black dot. The Cutters are taking this one out. It's 40 points to 20 with the kick to come. And there's been a real local feel to this one tonight. Our new boys have done well in Kenworthy and White and Russell. But it's been great to see local boys like Shane Wright, Reuben Cotter, and now Ross Bella getting some points.
Mate, there's great work there by the Cutters. We spoke about it earlier, the front row. Perry takes a good ruck. Hodges just sums it up nicely. Little ball to Bella straight under the sticks. You can't be more happy than that.
250.
40 points to 20. 2.5 minutes on the clock. The Cutters will be victorious here at BB Prince Stadium this evening. They will go into the weekend's round of football next week with 2 points in the Intrust Super Cup, which is exactly what they wanted. Their season has been kicked off, and they'll be looking to capitalise on this win next week down there. Win them in a tough one, but there's nothing like a win to build up some confidence, Pat.
Dead right, and some points too, Mackay. They're going to be, Coach Shepard's going to be happy with that.
Jensen adds the extras.
100% tonight, Mackay?
Is he 100%?
It's got to be close.
Close on it.
If he does, it'll come this way anyway.
42 points to 20. Well,
go halfway.
I think it's 7 tries, so yes, that'd be correct. If I teach me the maths in my day, Pat, so that makes sense to me.
Yeah. Maths wasn't my strong point, Mackay, so I'll leave that to you.
The crowd's happy. Coach Shepard's happy. The dancing apple down there is happy. He's always happy, that apple.
I'll have to get some info on that apple. I'm not sure what he's doing.
I don't know what the apple's about, to be honest, mate.
I like it, but...
Line retreated, line retreated.
Cutters springing the step. With a minute on the clock, they wouldn't want some more points.
Play on, you're going zero.
No, and they won't be because they've turned the ball over. Capras are... got the ball there.
I'll be hoping to close this set out, Mackay, with some good defence.
Capras 35 metres out. We're under the last minute.
16 now! All the way here. One.
Treston's been good in his little stint tonight, Mackay.
He has been good, mate. He has been good. It's good to see Brendan out there. He's had a rough couple of years with a serious knee injury. But he's always been around the club. He's just that sort of bloke. He comes in, does his rehab, makes sure he's around the boys, make sure he's part of the family atmosphere here at the QCCS Mackay Cutters, and it's great to see him out on the paddock having a crack, leading the way up the middle.
2 seconds to go, that's it.
It's full time here at BB Prince Stadium. The QCCS Mackay Cutters get a win. 42 points to 20 over CQ Capras, and they've opened their account in the Intrust Super Cup. Desperate for the win this evening. They had a rough first half, came back in the second, and really put the Capras to the sword, Pat.
Mate, I was very impressed tonight by the front row. That's the starting front row and off the bench. The hooker, the replacement hooker in Cotter, Hodges, Perry, they were all sensational.
They certainly were. Just a really good all-round team effort, but definitely led the way through the forwards. There was not a weakness in that pack at any stage. It just came down to listening to the referee. The referee wanted a clean ruck, and he wasn't getting the first half and blew the pee out of the whistle there, you might say, but second half they paid attention, got more than their share of the football on the back of that, and got the points.
And mate, Lloyd White was very nice, very good tonight. Complimented Cooper Bambling very well, and I think that halves combination is going to be formidable in the future.
It should be. Lloyd White seems to have a very good kicking game, doesn't he? And sort of compliments Cooper, who's more of a running halfback.
Yep, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how it pans out over the season, but like we said, I'm looking forward to it.
Excellent work there from the Cutters. Coach Shepard wears his heart on his sleeve, pup, and you can tell what he's like after a loss. He's not a pleasant man to be around sometimes, but after a win, there's no one you'd rather go have a beer with, was there?
I think we'll sneak over to Harrop Park tonight for a couple, Mackay.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've enjoyed the call this evening on the Cash Converters Cutters TV. We are very, very happy that you joined us, and we will have a couple of weeks off when we come back on April 13th for our next home game here in Mackay at BB Prince Stadium, and we hope that you join us again. So to all those people around Queensland and the rest of the country like tuning in to see high quality regional rugby league, we hope that you come back again next time. Queensland is a great place for rugby league. There's no better place for it up here in the north. The QCCS Mackay Cutters have run out winners 42 points to 20. Thanks for joining me, Pat.
Thanks, Mark. It's been a great night.
We'll do it all again next time. And thanks very much, everyone. Hope you have a great night.
Cutters TV. Proudly brought to you by Cash Converters and Tropical Exposure.
Join the QCCS Mackay Cutters family with a 2019 membership package. Don't miss the action. Cheer on the Cutters at home. There is a membership package for everyone. Member awards, merchandise packs, exclusive discounts and dual Cowboys memberships. Whatever your budget, whatever your schedule, be there to witness the magic. Let this be the season you join the Cutters family. Join today. MackayCutters.com.au/membership. Mackay Cutters, proud supporters of Change the Game. Tackle mental health head on.
QCCS, a proud local company delivering concrete and civil solutions across Queensland. At QCCS, we simply do whatever it takes, safely and efficiently. QCCS, supporting your local community and the Mackay Cutters. Cash Converters Mackay. Whether it's an unexpected dental bill, tyres for your car, or a last-minute invitation to an overseas wedding, our cash loans and personal loans can help. We understand that things can get a little confusing when it comes to short-term loans. That's why at Cashies Mackay, we've made the process as simple as possible. Plus, need a new car or motorbike? Apply now and get pre-approved finance before you start shopping. Get sorted at Cashies. Cash Converters Mackay, 36 Sydney Street. This live stream proudly produced by Tropical Exposure Advertising and Multimedia, your corporate communications, mining and industrial multimedia specialists. Proud sponsors of the QCCS Mackay Cutters. If you want the best, talk to Tropex.
Mates don't let mates bite off more than they can chew. That's why we take a responsible approach to lending, making sure that our customers receive sensible guidance every time. For genuine advice every time, let Queensland Country Credit Union lend a hand.
Dalrymple Bay Coal Terminal, Queensland's premier coal export facility. Proud to be part of the Mackay community and provide support to many community groups and local events. DBCT, proudly supporting our schools, local sporting clubs and community events. Dalrymple Bay Coal Terminal, part of our community. Go to dbct.com.au. Get it right on site with M&P Services. Call now for the ultimate range of transportable buildings and shipping containers for sales and hire. Locally owned and operated, we've been industry leaders in transport and logistics services for over 30 years. Plus, check out our range of specialised shipping containers and our revolutionary mobile crib rooms. M&P Services, proud supporters of the Mackay Cutters and Change the Game program. Get it right on site with M&P Services.